The rolling circle is one of those moves that always impresses, regardless of who's watching. When you start with these, you definitely want to learn the version that rolls in. It's much easier as it flows as you pull the model into the center and around, whereas rolling out is a balancing act between the rolling out movement and turning the other way. Rolling circles are still a high-level maneuver and are currently in F3N and Global 3D, so at the end of the video we'll take a look at getting them competition ready. You can learn these in real life if you start high and take it easy, but a simulator will speed things up, so we'll start in the Piro trainer. We're going to do an exercise called rotating pullovers. This is where you simulate the rolling circle using only aileron and alternating the elevator to get around. If you have a look at the cyclic stick, I'm only using 2 positions. Every time I go through horizontal, the elevator changes to the other side. You want to practice both directions with these, as it's far too easy to become handed, and it'll take a lot of effort to correct this later on. Now we could transfer this to real life straight away, but they're going to look pretty ugly. You can see where the pilot is just pulling them straight over. The height varies a bit and they don't look as good as they should. In addition, they're quite hard to control as they have a tendency to get faster and faster until you bail out. One exercise you can do at the field is the pullovers in a small controlled circuit. So it pulls over and you rotate it 30 to 45 degrees to inverted and you pause. You do another one very carefully to upright and pause. This is great for working on your elevator control. If you have a look at the cyclic stick, you can see it's the same movement with the aileron staying still and the elevator alternating slightly up and down. If we're happy with those rolling circuits, we could stop right there. But if you feel like more sim and you want to make them a lot better, there are a few exercises we can do. The first is elevator rotations. So you want to do a quarter roll at a time and apply only elevator to bring the model round in a level attitude. Again, make sure you do this both ways. Then there's rudder rotations. It's the same thing, but you can only use rudder with the aileron. Bring it round and keep the model nice and level. Another one is quarter rolls, where you alternate between using rudder and elevator to go round. I hesitate to mention this one as it's a real mind bender for some reason, and even though I've done it loads of time, I still make the occasional error. Fortunately, this isn't necessary for doing rolling circuits, but it is very humbling. So it's time to do it for real, and you should start with rolling circle pauses. This is where you do a half roll, then a gentle turn, another half roll, another gentle turn, until you get all the way around. This is easing you into it gently. From here on, it's a case of maybe doing rolling circuits with pullovers just to see what they're like, and then a lot of practice. They'll get better and better over time. It's not something you can conquer in a week. For competitions, they're looking for a start and an end right in front of you, so it's important to know how many rolls you're going to do and plan the ending. I would suggest starting with 8 rolls per circuit. This means you don't have to do them too fast and they will be a nice gentle circle. 8 rolls means 2 per quarter, so you have targets to aim for, and you get immediate visual feedback that you're falling behind or you're too far ahead, which can be important in windy conditions. Another advantage of doing 8 is that if you finish roll number 7 pointing directly at you, the final roll should finish right on the center line, which is max points. So to be clear, you start the rolling circuit at 1, do 2 rolls per quarter, and in the final quarter you judge it so you do 1 roll, the model points directly at you, and then you do your second roll and you finish directly on the center line. We've covered rolling loops in another episode, and we should have some additional videos coming up where we cover backwards rolling. All our videos are available on YouTube and rchelicopterhub.com. Until next time, good luck.